Friday the 13th, the Anything But Independent. The reason jihadis are eco-friendly. Are you a frigging moron? Syrians are turning to their historic foes. Could this be the end for NATO? Yes, NATO should be disbanded because it's just part of the cabal running the planet. How England will pick themselves up. The undiplomatic visit. President attacks May's fragile Brexit plan hours before arrival. British taxpayers will pay tens of millions for extra security. Ring of steel erected to keep all-night protests at bay, and that's just day one of Trump's UK trip. Well, at least he's telling the truth about Brexit. Daily Fail. I thought you Brits wanted Brexit. As Brexit white paper sparks bitter row, Trump flies in fresh from shaming NATO with some typically blunt home truths for Britain. Well, saying it how it is, I guess. By the way, I think Trump's in just about every paper, as you might imagine. This scum. Record 30 million see semi-loss. Donald Trump world exclusive Sun interview. Yeah, because, you know, he's landed and the first thing he did is he picks up his phone and goes, yeah, get me through to the Sun. Yeah, I'm going to give them an interview because they're such a reliable, honest, trustworthy paper. And in Fantasyland, that's what might have happened. May has wrecked Brexit. US deal is off. May needs to go to prison along with her dirty husband. Mirror. Simon Le Bon, I'm no sex pest. Of course he is. The ego has landed. President embraces Prime Minister with attack on her plan for soft Brexit. Soft Brexit means no Brexit. He claims Brits like me a lot as tens of thousands set up to protest against visit. Tens of thousands. More fake news. Donald Thump. The Times. Trump hits out at May's soft Brexit blueprint. Chequers deal leaves UK partially back with the EU. Not partially back, fully integrated into the EU. And because of May's treason, she needs to go to prison. Southgate rejects idea of England as heroes. Oh, well, that's correct, because they didn't win, did they? Down the bottom, moving problem. Roman Abramovich has completed the purchase of a 30 million penthouse in London despite having been refused a renewal visa to enter Britain. Nurses will do more. Patients should get used to nurses carrying out medical procedures in hospitals according to guidelines issued as the NHS struggles with a shortage of doctors. Ridiculous. BBC bars pay talk. Confidentiality clauses inserted into updated contracts will leave BBC presenters facing the sack if they compare or talk openly about their salaries. Also known as a friggin' dictatorship. Victory for Assad. Derza, the Syrian city at the centre of the revolution against President Assad, which there never was, has surrendered without a fight to regime forces and their Russian allies. Lawyers bonanza. Business concerns about Brexit and a buoyant mergers and acquisitions market helped in lawyers at Magic Circle Films to make 2.6 billion in profit last year. Poor lawyers. Not as it seems. New boss at Chelsea. Yeah, well. The Guardian. More NHS child mental health cases than ever. That's because you're driving them mental. Or the system is driving them mental. PM to push Trump on trade deal as Tory anger over Brexit grows. Welcome home. May invite Southgate's England team to number 10. Metro. Trump. Brits like me a lot. Sure, there'll be protests, but plenty agree with me, declares visiting player. I've got to agree with him there, actually, on that one. I do agree. Express. President Trump's first official visit to Britain. See, honey, I told you we'd go on a date at the palace. Donald and Melania dine with PM at Churchill's birthplace. Another evil Satanist. Tory MPs revolt over May's Brexit plan. Tory MPs were in open revolt last night after full details of Theresa May's plan for Britain's post-Brexit links with the EU were revealed. And basically, it's not leaving. We're not leaving at all. It's just, well, there's going to be a little piece of paper that says we've left the EU, when in actual fact, we won't. But you know this. It's not a surprise to you guys, but the general population that haven't got much clue, oh, that's probably unfair. I think a lot of them are starting to get the idea now. So the end is coming very soon for the evil Satanists. The Star. Love Isle Meg Prem Ace Fling. Who gives a shit? Trump, the ego has landed. They're using that line in a couple of papers, 2 or 3 papers now, so that's obviously what they want you to think. Fans shock claims. Simon Le Bon, I'm no sex pest. Duran Duran legend denies grab attack. I suspect he is, to be honest. A bright future. Call for players to get heroes return. Why? You haven't done anything. The Southgate School of Management. Oh, piss off. Matt Ford, Kevin Garside and Sam Cunningham in Moscow. Ben Elton on Corbyn, comedy and romance. Incredibles 2. We are not heroes, saves Thai cave diver. Some suggest that's fake news anyway, but if it is, then that's quite right, they're not, but I don't know one way or the other. May's Brexit blueprint under attack. Stampede at the toy shop. This is why they think we're a bunch of morons, because there's grown adults queuing up to get a toy. We're talking adults queuing to get toys. Can you see why they can control us? Because a bunch of idiots do that. Fairy tale returns. Serena Williams powers into Wimbledon final. Well, you know, being a man, you've got more muscle than women, haven't you? Trump flies into diplomatic storm. President's comments questioning Brexit policy. Anger Downing Street as he lands for first official visit. Trump shrugs off threat of protests ahead of Blenheim Palace dinner with Theresa May and business leaders. Telegraph. May's Brexit might not be what voters want, says Trump. And he's spot on with that. Southgate rains on England team parade. Does Egypt tomb hold Alexander the Great? The danger is Europe might accept our plan. Top employers ask students about parents' education. What the shit has it got to do with them? Teddy bears shops overwhelmed by pay your age offer. I guess that's what the queue was about. Antarctic ice gives up secret of the origins of light. Financial Times. Protest out in force to greet Trump. Hammond defends Brexit plan as City decries real blow to business. Eurosceptic Tories brand white paper a sellout. Proposal echoes Brussels Ukraine deal. So even Trump is coming out and saying it's not the Brexit we want. We wanted out. May's tying us deeper in. And we'll get a little piece of paper that says we're now officially out of Europe on the 29th of March, I think it is, next year. Well, we won't be. We'll be fully integrated. That treasonous cow needs to face judgment and punishment for her crimes against every man, woman and child on this land.